Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Let's Play Slay the Spire, where today we're gonna try and take out Ascension 19 with the defect. Last episode was a bit of a doozy. We beat Ascension 19 with a silent, with a very long run. It was a nightmare wraith form build. Really, by the time you got into the final fight, you could say, oh, it wasn't possible for you to lose. It's always possible to lose in this game, because the time meter sucks. He does all kinds of nonsense. He starts adding slimes into your... Well, you know, we all know now the nonsense he can do. Of course, as soon as the build started to come together, we had such awesome draw discard synergies. I was like, I bet it's gonna be Time Eater waiting for us at the end. I bet it's gonna be Time Eater waiting for us. He's gonna not let us jump around. He's gonna not let us have fun, because nobody's allowed to have fun in the game while not if the Time Eater has anything to say about it. Nevertheless, we did pull through. We did win. And now the Silent joins the Ironclad as another character who only has Ascension 20 heart left. Now I'm not beating the heart on every single Ascension. I'm just gonna beat the heart on Ascension 20, and if you've beaten the heart on Ascension 20, then you've won the game. You're done. You don't need to do it every single Ascension. I mean, you don't even need to do it on Ascension 20. I don't think you unlock anything special for it, but I mean, it's Slay the Spire tradition, and who are we if we just leave behind our traditions? Yeah? You know what I mean? Anyway, it's time for us to get going with the defect. I guess, well, before we get going, there were a couple other highlights in the previous run, not just the run that we won, but a couple of the highlights from the failed runs. Notably, in the Relic Compendium, I finally saw the Spirit Poop. Is that there? No, that's Karen's Ashes. Where is it? It's somewhere in here. It's an event relic. That's right. This was one of the relics that we hadn't seen before, and we finally seen it. So it wasn't just a silly little thing that happened. Technically, I would have considered this something I need to do to fully 100% the game, but we got it done. Are there any relics that I haven't seen yet? And you can tell you haven't seen them because it'll be like instead of a colorful portrait, it'll be an outline. It's a little bit confusing because some of them are black and white, like, you know, Chemical X. It kind of looks like an outline, but of course we've seen it multiple times. I think that might have been the final relic. I think at this point we've seen every relic. I think at this point we've seen every card. Let's just confirm that. There might be some event-specific curses that we haven't seen yet. Yeah, I wouldn't be... or maybe some event-specific colorless cards. But all of the character cards, we've seen them. Alright, let's look at this. There might be a couple that we haven't seen. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, this is these are the Watcher cards. The Alpha, Beta... the Watcher, Alpha, Beta... No. Well, no, these two are... this is Beta, this is Omega, but what the fuck is this? I can tell by the artwork that it's a Watcher card. That appears to be the Book of Stabbing in the background. Maybe something to investigate. Oh, we weren't done. There's probably some curses we haven't seen. There is one curse that we haven't seen. So, this is gonna be stuff to do post-Ascensions, right? And I don't think there are any... Hang on. Let me take a look. Another look at the compendium. I don't think there are any potions we haven't seen. We have seen all of them. Okay. Noted. Metallicize seems like a crap potion to be a rare one. Darkness is pretty good. Ritual is awesome. Fruit juice always fun when you see it. Snecko oil. Fairy in a bottle. One of my favorites. This one always, every time I see it, and when it's on the light green phase, I think it's fairy in a bottle, and it never is. Bit of a self-induced troll. The sense is deceiving me. Anyway, with this, I think it's now time to start our run, but again, I am going to record the intro to this episode separately, since it's highly unlikely that when I do this ascension, that I'm going to clear it on the first attempt. It's highly unlikely. It might happen, and if it does happen, then I'll just have to stitch these two parts together, which shouldn't be that hard to do. Realistically, the part that you will see will happen on a completely different day than this part that you're looking at right now. So I'll call it good, and I'll be back with. I might show you some of the highlights if other interesting things happen during the failed runs, but one way or another, I'll be showing you the winning run, and then maybe some other interesting stuff before that. Right? So I will see you shortly. Alright, boys. Alright, boys, let's go in. This is gonna be the first attempt at Ascension A19 with the Defect. I'm a big fan of like card upgrades are pretty important for the Defect earlier on, but let's go for a rare card, maybe something with damage. I'll take a Hyper Beam. I'll take a Hyper Beam. It helps you get through these early floors pretty quickly. We did give up all of our gold, and I'll see if I can maybe make a late shop happen. We didn't give up our relic. We do still have our relic. That's 26, so if we do this... Blam. I'll take a gold snap. Alright. What sort of a build do we want? Do we just Hyper Beam? Well, no, because we're gonna be drawing defense, and then no other. We've drawn basically all of our attacks. We would have needed to draw. So he'll be at 12 health. But then we have only, well, we have 2 attacks, but there's a good chance we can block his damage. That was unfortunate draw, but what are you gonna do? We can still kill him. Well, almost. Almost. Blam. Right. Slowly building our money back up. Barrage is something I will only take after I have Capacitor. I've learned in this game, on Ascensions, with very few exceptions, don't take things that only become useful after other things are obtained. Because Barrage is going to be useless. Capacitor makes other cards good, and sometimes makes other cards worth it, whereas without it, it isn't worth it. But Capacitor by itself is worth it, right? It by itself does a whole lot. Do I even want to take Recursion? Honestly, these days I'm not that big of a fan of Recursion. Multicast is something I would think about if energy was a thing. Well, we start off with the lightning being channeled. You know what? I'll take a good multicast. We'll see what we can do. So we'll dodge this shop. We'll go for this elite. So like I can do a bit of this action. I did that wrong. Well, yeah, the order in which you play things is very, very important. Double energy with multicast is actually kind of clutch. So we will draw Hyper Beam eventually. In the meantime, how about we do a bit of this action. And there's Hyper Beam. Do we go Darkness? I don't think we go Darkness. Skim helps us draw back to what we need quicklier. Alright, so this is a long fight. You gotta save Hyper Beam till the end. Might as well use some stuff. I'm gonna. I won't use both of my potions. I'll just use a couple of them. Because if we use Hyper Beam, our orbs are gonna be doing not that much for us. I'm actually gonna Zap Strike Defend. Because our orbs are gonna be what carries us. And this is a good opportunity to just do a bit of this action, I think. That's 32 damage. We could instead do 16 damage and defend twice. But I'm gonna take a bit of a risk, a bit of a gamble. I'll even drink the power potion. Maybe, well, this would have been nice to take earlier. Saving a bit of a... Okay. So our orbs are still strong. Orbs are still a perfectly cromulent way of gaining strength. Or, like, just in general. You know what? Let's see if I can... I think we might just be dead. Because we can skim, and then there's a good chance we draw Hyper Beam. Then he'll have 8. No, we have to just survive this turn. We've got a dual cast and then we're living. And then we gotta hit him with a Hyper Beam, which does do enough damage. Okay, I could kill pretty good with Hyper Beam. Rebound Hyper Beam isn't a bad idea. Like, Rebound, I've grown to really enjoy this card. Unfortunately, I'm in a situation where I've got to just rest. If I don't rest, then the run just ends. Do I want the run to just end? Well, there's a case to be made to just quit. Oh, the first hit. Okay, it's because it's the first hit. Well, we don't want to do Hyper Beam too early. I wish I had gotten some other... and this is a skill, that's gonna make him angry. But what if I... double energy multicast? I mean, It's gonna make him so angry. But maybe therein lies the beauty of this plan. Maybe we won't have to deal with this move of his right now, because we're going to be doing 16 damage. Then we'd have to do 15 damage with the rest of our attacks. Yeah, I think we're cooked. I think it's over, boys. I think we're done. Oh, we're so done. Oh, it was close. Oh no. You know what? It's fine. My favorite bonus is the 1 HP thing. No hyper beam, no problem. I feel like having hyper beam was making me play in weird ways, you know? You know what I mean? Would have been... Well, there's lots of other cards that don't make you like have to choose between your other sources of damage and your orbs. Do you want a Doom and Gloom? It's AoE. I'll take it. It doesn't mess with our orbs. I'll even take a Streamline. I've become a big believer in the whole Streamline situation. So we've taken a lot of damage, and I guess we'll even take a charge battery, right? Spent all our money. I am trying to hunt down an elite. We are... Honestly, just give me a heal. It does feel pretty good playing the Defect, because the Defect has more health than the Silent. I'll even take a Boot Sequence. I feel like Boot Sequence... Another one of those things that I've grown to really appreciate. Right, so I think after we take out this elite, who hopefully will give us something nice, meal ticket isn't bad. I think you do take a hologram. It's really good deck control. Alright. Some gloom and some doom. So the Dark Orb gives us some semblance of scaling. Not a lot, but it's whatever. That gives us a damage on our attacks. I will actually do this. Honestly, worth it. There are other things that need upgrading. Do we dual cast? The fight could last a few turns. I think we'll gain more damage overall by not dual casting, and we still have our boot sequence. 11 damage to both enemies, or a little bit more to one. Let's do this. Now let's actually hologram back a boot sequence. That's quite a bit of damage. Okay. Alright, well, need to take out the guy in the... Maybe you should have been targeting the guy in the back. I didn't use up all my energy. Shit. Well, he's dead, but I played that very badly. I guess we're doing. I guess we are doing Dark Orbs then. Lovely bit of health. What do you got for me? I guess you do take a defrag if it's on sale. I would love orange pellets. Maybe some other time. Let's also remove some trash. Do we want any of these? I don't think so. Alright, that's pretty good. Dual cast is free, okay. Hit you with a bit of this. Hit you with a bit of that. Hit myself with a bit of this. And we're still taking 8 damage. Jeez, man. Nothing's good enough. Nothing's ever good. Nothing's good enough for you, game. We can play all of these. I think I will do this. And this. Okay, that's actually what I wanted. Anything that can evoke this orb will do it. Or I guess I'll just zap him to death. Barrage does... When upgraded, it'll do 18 damage if we have a full 3 orbs. A 1 cost that does 18 damage. Now that we have more things, more ways of filling up the orb slots, is a little bit more sensible. And I think I will take it. Overclock, I don't think so. At this point, I'm still taking it because I'm expecting a capacitor to show up. And if capacitor doesn't show up, then I think we're kind of just fucked. I'm gonna upgrade Streamline. I've got to upgrade a defragment as well. I think you should do this to gain energy for next turn. And then hit you with a bit of this. I'll gain dexterity on myself just because I'm extremely worried. Alright. I guess that's the best we can do. Alright. Some doom and some gloom. Yeah, let's do this. Man, we found no frost, really. No glacier. Just a bunch of garbage trash. Alright, I mean, dark orbs are pretty good. But there's other stuff we could have had. Here's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna defend. Then we're gonna barrage. Then we're just gonna hologram for the sake of gaining the block, even though we're not gonna be able to play anything else. I'm gonna just play boot sequence. Actually, nah, I'll play charge battery. Then I'll doom and gloom. And now we're on dark orbs for the rest of the fight. Specifically, I want to dual cast these bad boys. Unfortunately, he put his shields up. But fortunately, this is still a lot of damage. But still nearly blocking all of it. Honestly, we can just we can just bring back dual cast and kill him. God, man, the early game is so much easier than the silent. The upgraded fission can be a great way to nuke enemies. I'll take the upgraded fission over a reboot. And we're not going to be holding on to plasma for long, although it can help us play more things earlier on. You know what? I'll cheese this. Since we're not really doing much with our strikes. Wait, what was that? That's pretty good. An upgraded defragment. Honestly, I'll keep this. I'll keep this. And we can recycle trash that gets put into our deck. I might not even consume, honestly. I might just defragment. Again, let's try and hit a late-ish store. See how we do. Alright, boys. Do an early boot sequence. We haven't found self-repair. That's another crucial thing that is needed. We would have loved to have one more energy just to be able to play both of these. But I opted for this approach. Maybe I made a mistake. We'll find out pretty soon. Well, no, don't barrage, man. Don't be a buffoon. Just block and streamline. Because now we're one behind on our dark orbs. You know what? What you do is you damn it. I'll block a little bit. We could have just exhausted that. Okay, they're still worryingly they're still trying to rob us. And we have no orbs. Okay. Because things were drawn in a very fission showed up. I was hoping that we would get this done in a completely different order. We need to upgrade fission, because right now it just removes all our orbs without doing anything. Motherfuck, what? We can bring back Doom and Gloom to kill him. Okay. That was a horrible fight. Yeah, we have no defense. And we're not... Man, am I gonna take fucking... Well, you take Cool-Headed because it's a cool card. But... You're not happy about it. Alright. We'll do this, keep the Dark Orb ready for action. And then if we do this, we're not taking damage on this turn. Next turn he's going to be doing 22. We really need to upgrade fission. Ah, he made us frail. I think we're just dead. Yeah, we hit a brick wall because of the lack of glacier. The lack of glacier. Man, all we need is fucking... Where the fuck is... All we need is dual cast, man. I mean, I think we can kill him just with this, right? Jesus, dude. No self-repair, but I'll take a rebound. Where am I even going, man? I don't think I want consume. I'll... Oh, they heal me to full! Oh, if you give them an uncommon card, they heal you to full. If you give them a rare card, they heal you to full and raise your max health. Alright, well, thanks. Thanks, guys. That's mighty nice of you. But now we... There we go. Now things are being drawn in a slightly better order. Let's just do this. We need another hologram. Because right now, this is not a... This ain't working for me, brother. Let's do this. Alright, we'll hit you a little bit. Now we literally all we need is dual cast. Please just... Please. If I zap, one of the two will get hit. It's not gonna kill... It's not gonna kill, but I think it's still worth doing. Yeah. God, that's 32 damage. Okay. Yeah, dark orbs are a good way of... doing damage, but you also need a way to defend yourself. Okay, now this I don't think is gonna end very well for us. Early defrag, I guess. Root sequence. That's another 10 health down the drain. Guy on the back is buffing. We're taking more damage. There's no way to rebound streamline. I mean, at this point, I'm just ready for this run to end. I don't really see too much hope. Yeah, I don't. Dark orbs are fine, but manipulating them, I just don't know how to do this. Everything else about the defect I've been able to figure out. I've been able to figure out how to make claw work, or you know the blizzard thing where you just do damage based on how many of something you've channeled, or like the lightning one. The dark orb, it just feels like, I mean, obviously it would be easier if we instead of just one we had like 3 darknesses. I guess it would be like me getting into Act 2 with a claw build and having only 1 claw in my deck and then being like, oh, why is this so hard? Well, we have Doom and Gloom, but that's a 2 cost, and we're only on 3 energy plus charge battery. So yeah, I can understand why. Maybe this is a doomed situation. But yeah, as soon as the orbs show up in the appropriate place, I think we have enough 3 fragments. As soon as the orbs show up in the appropriate place, magic happens. But as soon as they're not where you need them to be, even briefly, you're just completely fucked. This is a trash turn 1 draw. I'm gonna keep my orb. I should... Hang on a sec. I should have dual casted my orb because I want the darkness to be on at the front. I want the darkness to be at the front, ready to be... I could have even done fission, but fission doesn't... it removes the orb, it doesn't evoke it. Right, so a bit of this action. Just defend. Yeah, we're just waiting to get our orb powered up. In the meantime, we'll hit you with the cold snap. Hit you with the streamline. I mean, we're dead. What can we do to survive? We can bring streamline back. That's not gonna kill him. What defensive thing can we bring back? Well, hologram hasn't shown up, so we can do... He's doing 24 damage. We're getting 4 from... Yeah, we would have needed Blizzard, man. Like, channel 2 Frost. And give you block. You're not living like off the back of 1 charge battery and 1 cold snap and 1 darkness. Honestly, it's a credit to us that we even made it this far on this run, but I mean, just to see. Amazingly, we've survived. But this is... this surely is where it all ends. You brought but the wrong thing. Well, here's what we can do, is we can... I wanted to bring back dual cast. It's not like that was... It's not like we would have won if I'd brought back the correct thing. Alright. bad, boys. That was just a practice run. All right. Choose a rare card or obtain a random boss relic. You lose a lot of your damage if you go for boss relics, and against this boss in particular, I think. Oh God, excuse me. Against this boss in particular, I think having some lightning isn't a bad idea. But we'll give it a go. Right. What do we choose? Let's go for a common relic. Honestly, not bad. If we pick up something that does AoE damage, or something that does multi-hits, those are now very intriguing. Let's try and hit a late shot. No, I'm starting to get a bit sleepy. I just want to make sure I get that guy killed. I'm confident that we can draw lethal. My confidence was warranted. This time, I'm gonna go for ball lightning. A rebound, again, you're gonna be like, oh, rebound is gonna be... Wait until you have something that you actually need to rebound. I guess ball lightning isn't a bad thing to rebound. So now that I've picked up ball lightning, I wouldn't mind taking a rebound. So, you know. And I used to love card removals because I was still in the mindset of trying to get the minimalist achievement. But nowadays, I'm all for card transformations. Because a really good card transformation is like a card removal plus getting a good card. And to win Ascensions, you don't need just average luck. You need exceptional luck. So we brought in some... Let's transform one of our strikes. Oh boy. I think... Well, if we could liquid memories that. There are situations in which that's not a useless... not a useless card. Pen Nib actually is pretty good. We're leaning into a sort of an attack-oriented build. Let's actually do this. Blam. Blam. Now you take rebound, or actually you take charge battery, because this is gonna kill you. We'll just do a bunch of cool damage. We'll just murder you, alright? So that's pretty cool. Yeah, the early game is so much easier. I think I will take a cold snap. Now we're committing to fighting two different elites. Whichever path we go. This one lets us rest first, but then we're fighting a burning elite. This one puts us on the pathway to the shops. I hate to say it, I think this run might be about to come to an end. I think we're gonna get through Lagavulin. I think the sentries are gonna be next. And the sentries are gonna be what does us in. Let's keep our damage consistent. So on the turn where he's not attacking, we want to get rid of everything that's useless to fish for something that we can actually take into next turn. That's horrible. So we're just gonna do strike, strike, charge battery. Pen nib action. Yeah, now we're kind of screwed. We need to do this. Oh my god, dude. What are you doing to me, game? And we get absolute trash. Well, here's claw. All right. Oh, with 24 health, can we beat? Yeah, I had a feeling it was gonna be the sentries. You know what? Yeah, let's upgrade whatever hand we've got right here. I should have probably upgraded our second hand. I thought the upgrade would lower the cost for Meteor Strike. It's essentially a curse inside our deck right now. All right. Man, did they need to make it so that these guys put 3 status cards every time they do their nonsense? Okay, so now I'll do this. Pen nib. I'll keep on hitting this guy. And I think at this point you do dual cast. It's deep enough into the battle. Oh boy. And then just make sure we're not taking damage. Alright. Good. So there's gonna be some wasted damage, but we just have to do this. And then no need to dual cast because it won't do anything. Alright, so we'll do this. Then we'll do this. Alright, so that's pretty decent damage. Go for the eyes can save you a lot of damage, and you can play it relatively early on. But I took cool-headed. Why did I take cool-headed? For the draw? Do I need draw earlier on? We only have 1 claw. I'm gonna redo that. I'll actually take go for the eyes. Alright, so shockingly we got through. But we're probably just I'm not gonna fight. Man, I'm not fighting another lead. I'm gonna go to the right. We'll go to these 2 question marks. And then we'll get to a shop. Ooh, but now should I fight? Not unless we had a way of playing Meteor Strike. I will cheese this. Found a bit of gold. I was caught off guard. No. Actually, let's do the fight and let's see. Let's see if maybe we can do something with this. Alright. Luckily, we can do a lot of our channeling by just playing attacks. Pen nib. I think I messed that up. Because I think would have been better on somebody, on something else. 31. $16. Not quite enough. Okay, so I'm not gonna fight this guy. Actually, you know what? Maybe if, because no. The unupgraded frost orb is just it is just 6 damage. Okay. So take the money, and then we'll just leave. Ironclad is pretty good. All right. What do we? Should we rest? Should we upgrade? What would we like to upgrade? Honestly, ball, lightning, cold snap. Melter. Dolly's mirror on a claw. Am I gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? I think he's gonna do it. All right. Dolly's mirror. Oh, I thought we'd have enough for rebound, but we don't. Alright. Alright. With 2 claws and a dream. Just how I like it. Alright. You know what? I'll just take a little bit of damage just to damage this guy. I'd say that's a fair trade. Do we take a streamline? We don't have all for one against this boss. I think you do take it against this boss, and I think you do just rest. I think you do just rest. Coward's way out. If we take more than 23 damage, meaning if we are at 24 or less health by the end of this, then I will have made a mistake. If, on the other hand, well, that's assuming we win. If we win and we take that much damage, then in hindsight, it wouldn't have been the right idea to rest. We can do a bit of this action. Do a bit of a strike action. Hit you with the heaviest thing, because he'll take the full damage before he puts his shields up. Do a bit of this action. Streamline is a little cheaper, Claw is a little stronger. How do we want to do this? Well, we want to do it in a very specific order. So first goes the charge battery. Then goes the go for the eyes. Actually, we'll take 4 damage to save 3 damage. That's a bad trade. We'll block again. If it was an upgraded Go for the Eyes, then his next phase would also be affected, but it's not. This is gonna help us. And I think we do just eat a little bit of damage to power up our claws. That's 2 damage we're taking. Not ideal. Do I just let it slide? Because we're right now taking 8 damage. I could take 4 damage, put a second Frost Orb, that's giving me an extra 2 health. And I'm also doing damage to him. Or I could power up the Claw a little bit. Maybe... Like, which long game do we want to play? Do we want to play the defense long game or the claw strength long game? Or let's just do neither of these. Let's just do neither. I'm gonna trust myself. Alright. We cannot stop down. We're taking another 9 damage. We're at 28 health. Alright. Taking another 4 damage. We should put him into his sleep mode right now. Now we should do this. We should do this. Again, this is going to be pointless. This is going to help us out a little bit. We got some pen nib action happening here. I think at this point we gotta just hit him. We didn't have enough claws for it to outpace Streamline, but this is a lot of damage to give up on. Alright. We're not... It may seem very dicey, but we're not dead yet. We're not dead yet, boys. We should just do this. So yeah, we would have definitely died had I not rested. At least that question is, at this point, fully settled. Do this. Let's actually... this, and let's do this. So now we've got a bit of extra defense. Defend, defend, dead. Okay, colorless potion, sure. Hyper beam. Tempting. Excuse me, very, very tempting. No all for one. Machine learning. Excuse me. I think I'm just gonna take machine learning. Cycle through our draw a little bit quicker. Now this is very unfortunate. I don't think I can take Fusion Hammer. Runic Pyramid doesn't really help me. It's gonna be Astrolabe. And what am I never playing? I'm never playing my strikes. I might regret this if I find Shuriken. Okay, maybe I'll do like 2 defense and 1 strike, and then we'll be even. Excuse me, that was pretty good. Oh, okay, very good, very nice. Very happy with that. Now we could even think about taking Consume. Right, let's also think about going for another late shot. I'm feeling very underpowered, so I'm probably gonna dodge elites. This fight can get really nasty really quick. I'm gonna get a head start. If we're lucky, we can kill him with Hand of Greed, but I'm not gonna force the issue. Yeah, you know, let's just reboot. Let's do a charge battery for next turn. And then if we draw a Hand of Greed, he's toast. We did draw a hand of Greed. He is in fact toast. Alright, I don't think you take any of these. This fight is gonna make me regret not having taken Hyper Beam. Again, you gotta go for an early machine learning. Keeping my orbs up, because, alright, this is kind of bad, but we can drop this guy, and then we're taking a lot of damage from these other dudes. Except not that much. We're taking like 3 damage, I think. This kind of sucks. Draw 6 cards. Could give us some 0 costs. So let's just... Yeah, Ball Lightning. Now that we've played Capacitor, isn't going to be doing it very much for us. So let's just play Streamline. Honestly, we could even play Streamline again. Don't play Charge Battery. do it the smart way. So hit you. Now reboot. And if we draw Streamline again, we can just play it again. We didn't draw Streamline again. We drew none of what I wanted. Man, come on. Man, come on. What are you doing to me? What do you do? God damn it, man. And of course the guy who's attacking isn't doing a multi-attack. Blocking it though, it's still a bad fight. Now you're toast though. Alright boys, what do we got? I will take an upgraded go for the eyes. That's pretty good. Alright. Let's see what relic you got. Molten Egg. Honestly, there are some attacks that I would take, especially in their upgraded forms. We can block this. I want to just focus down the guy on the front. I'll play one defend, I guess. I guess I'll hit you. Well, here's what we'll do. We'll hit him. Make sure that we're getting the Akabiko damage on him. Then we'll hit her just to lower her damage. Then we'll do this. And we'll see what we draw. Right, again, just focus on you. There really isn't any point on playing Capacitor yet. Let's just do charge battery. And bash this dude some more. Pen nib, nice. Alright, now 30 damage on Core Surge seems pretty good. Blocking everything. She is going to be healing him for 20 health, though. The dual cast is very tempting. In fact, he's going to be at he's going to be at 30 health. I think we can kill this. I think we can kill this Joker. Oh god, it's gonna be so close. We're gonna need... This is gonna be a 25% chance that we... Yeah, okay. Yeah. Why do I ever bother hoping for good things? Man! Now he's gonna give himself... Oh no. He only gives her block. He protects her like a true chivalrous knight in shining armor. Now, we just gotta bring her down. Alright. And she kind of just gets stuck in a loop where for like many turns in a row sometimes she'll just heal. I feel like her AI kind of gets really weird when Chill. Honestly, Chill is pretty good. Large bonfire. Alright. Is there anything uncommon that I don't really want to keep? I really like Reboot. I really like Core Surge. Capacitor, I feel like isn't living up to its potential. Actually, I'll keep capacitor. I don't really need chill. So I'll just get the full hit, a full heal. Chill is good, but I mean, it really depends. In a boss fight, it's not really gonna do that much for you. So that just makes it innate. That does that. We can make this free. We can make this free. I want to make Streamline stronger. You know, some pen nib action could be pretty good with it. And I think we'll hit this next elite and then dodge the elite after that to get those question marks. Because we have the molten egg. Oh my god. Fuck these guys. Ugh. Let me redo that. Let me redo that. This is just gonna be a pure defensive turn. Blocking most of their damage, but it's still garbage, dude. Giving ourselves more slots would be actively bad, I think. Hit you once, just to get this action. This might kill you depending on who gets... There we go, that's good. Man, come on. Where's all my... Getting shafted really, really hard by the draw. Oh, dude, this is... How do I choose? Well, no, there is no choice. It's got to be Glacier. And now that we have Glacier... Elites have an elevated chance of dropping, like, all for one. You know what? We'll do this. Oh. Alright, go for the eyes. Go for the eyes. We gotta take out the guy in the back. Have not been debuffed yet. I played this all wrong. I forgot I had the Fear Potion. You gotta take this fight really serious. Do I even do machine... I mean, you gotta do machine learning. Please. Yes! Okay. Now, this guy's gonna be gaining strength, but let's focus down this man first. Can't decide who the orbs target. Such a shame. Alright, let's... Matt, excuse me? Are you serious, dude? Man, come on. Alright. More damage. But we finally got through. And that's not a great relic for us. I feel like buffer's pretty good. Buffer's one of those things that can be run changing. We're not really in good enough shape to fight any. Fuck off, dude. To fight any more elites? Oh, let me play this. Let me play the glacier, then let's reboot. And then whatever zero costs show up. Man, what can... Well, at least something showed up, right? And we got Pen Nib ready for Core Surge. Yeah, just taking it off, I guess. And with only one person left, no reason to not just start cashing in. Dual cast. And we'll have more energy for next turn. Alright, so do a streamline. Do a ball lightning. That's still a lot of damage. Almost as much damage as the elite did. A loop is tempting. I'm not fighting another elite. Apparition. I don't think we can make it work. I'm just gonna go for a normal, conventional, just cowardly build. Buffer could be great to upgrade. I'm just gonna rest like a little bitch. Like a little bitch. Alright, so I'm gonna cheese this. If there are claws, I add them. If there's auto shields, I add them. But honestly, I think at this point our damage is really lacking. Let's see. Let's play the glacier. Let's see if maybe we can get the Pen Nib on a higher value thing. Like I was hoping for Core Surge. Honestly, Ball Lightning isn't the worst. And I guess that's gonna have to do. And let's see how fucked we are. Well, my friend, you remember how I said there's one... Remember how I said there's one scenario in which we play Meteor Strike? What I was thinking was if we found Snecko's Eye. But how about we we go one better. We just find Snecko himself. And we're not taking any damage this turn either. We're gonna have mad energy to spend next turn. And nothing to do with it. Okay, well, my enthusiasm vanished almost as quickly as it first appeared. Alright, well. The honeymoon is over. Alright. Honestly, I'll take another claw. Not the worst Snecko fight. Now, we just need to not die to the Bronze Automaton. And, oh, how is this for a first turn, dude? Oh, freaking. All we need is Shuriken now. We'll do an early capacitor for when our defense shows up. We have one more claw coming in. Our claws are already so strong. We gotta start filling up our orbs. And I will, since we're not really taking damage this turn, start working on the guy who's trying to rob us. He's gonna, yep, I had a feeling. They're scripted to have a higher likelihood. I don't think it's 100% chance, because sometimes I see them take low value things. I feel like they have a much higher chance of taking your valuable things. I'll play machine learning just because, you know, I need something. I need a little something. Oh, okay. Yeah. 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 Well, this seems like a good use of energy. I guess this reboot. You know what? This is going to be a pretty good reboot, I think. Actually, let's just wait for our draw to come in naturally, because this draw that's about to come in, I think looks pretty good to me. Let's take out his other friend. Let's give ourselves some energy for next turn. Let's do a bit of this. Yeah, let's just block as much of this as we can. Now he's... Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. So we gotta set up our defenses. His friend... Well, let's hit his... let's hit him with the strong attack. Then kill his friend with a weak attack. Might as well do... You know what? Yeah! This is such perfect timing. Let's play the buffer for the Hyper Beam. Oh, how sad for this guy. How sad for you. Oh, what happened? It looks like your big attack didn't do any... How did that happen? Your attack didn't do any damage. Isn't that weird? So I'll do it like this so that I can get the pen nib on the 50 damage. And at this point, I think we're feeling pretty happy about life. This might not be a bad reboot. So I think what we do is Glacier, charge battery, and then reboot. Because we will definitely get 2 claws in our next draw. but then everything else is in our discard. So if and then reboot is just showing up in our draw in place of something that could be useful. So you also need to get it out of the way eventually. And we got 2 claws anyway, so that's pretty good. We can weaken him as well. Oh no, but he's got a debuff resistance, so maybe not. But we can ruin his life in other ways, like this. And like this. Almost enough to block all of his damage. That's pretty good. I was really hoping for all for one. Not gonna lie, I don't think we take any of these. What powers are we playing? Buffer, but we'd have to have Buffer show up in their hand at the right time. Honestly, I think one capacitor is enough. Actually, I'll take Amplify. Like, double capacitor can be a bit of a game winner. Bit of a game winner. I was hoping we could get a redo on this, because now that I know we have Inserter, we don't even have to worry about... Well, I guess we might as well take Nuclear Battery. It's a way of doing something. Alright, hang on, let me... I'll be right back. I think the audio has glitched out, so just give me a moment. Yeah, sometimes when you save and exit, hang on, now the display was glitched a little bit on my end. I don't think you should have noticed anything. But yeah, the audio when you save and quit, and then you go back into a run, sometimes either the music stops working or the sound effects stop working, or sometimes it's a bit of both. I'll take Nuclear Battery. Because there's... yeah, I'll take Nuclear Battery. Because a lot of the things we like are 0 cost. Now, we want to hit this time around, we want to hit as many shops as we can, just to give ourselves the maximum possible chance of finding All for One. Because All for One wins this for us. Alright, so we have an Akabiko. Let's take out... Start by taking out you. Follow up. Oh, we don't get energy at the start of combat. No, we do. I played something, right? Yeah, I played something. I played something that cost 1 energy. I'm just being dumb. Alright, let's do... You have a little bit of a grace period with the guy that's trying to blow up. I'm redoing that. I don't even want to take this 2 damage. So, Core Surge. Lightning. Cold Snap. And now, Claw. And now, Defend. Now we got some Pen Nib action. That we can do on a cool streamline. And we can buffer. I am sure we won't need to... Wait, our buffer is still active. Oh, because we have turn to block. That's right. That's right. You gotta take auto shields, I think. It's just a good thing. Alright, okay, this guy, he's gonna stab us or curse us, or he's gonna let us card remove. Well, but we remove a basic strike. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. That was really nice. That was really nice, man. Is there some attack that we want in our opening? Only if it was all for one. Melter doesn't really help us that much unless we run into fucking writhing mass. But let's hope we don't. I think scrape situationally can be very helpful. I don't think you... we know who we're fighting. I don't think you... Yes, people have overloaded themselves on powers and then just steamrolled him. I don't think we have that kind of a build. I think we just buy scrape. We remove one more card, one more strike. And then we go. I'm gonna have to fight this elite. No, I won't have to fight this elite. I want to dodge elites, man. And even just when I have a run that I know has the potential to win, it's like why even risk anything bad happening, right? Oh, if your power card is played twice, that means it probably increments the Awakened Ones thing twice as well. Yeah, is there anything? Well, I mean, there's no reason not... If we're fishing for 0 cost, there's no reason not to play something. Let's play it, like, defend. And then this is pretty good because we can a little bit of streamline action, a little bit of claw action, and I think we're doing okay in this fight. I think we just got to do some claw action, some buffer action. Oh no, the buffer is gonna be used up on this one damage that he's gonna do, but hopefully we can kill him before he does any real damage. Yeah, or we can block his damage this turn. So we're already at 16. If we do this, then we're at 28. Then we're at 28. He's at 28. He's almost dead. That was a pretty good fight, I'd say. honestly cool-headed. It's pretty cool. Especially the upgraded cool-headed can really help you churn through your draw. But is there anything that urgently would need to be upgraded out of what we already have? Honestly, I don't think so. I think you just take the cool-headed and you upgrade it. Yeah. Well, we're lucky that we haven't run into any spiky boys. I'm sure they're lurking right around the corner. Have we bottled Core Surge or something? Because it seems to be showing up in the first hand pretty often. Let's just do a cool charge battery. Do a cool-headed. You can't play Streamline, but you can just do a bit of this. And taking a little bit of damage. Alright. I mean, I don't want to get rid of my plasma orb just yet, so let's do this. Hey, he tried to debuff me. Fuck you, dude. Trying to mess with me. This is this would be a bad scrape, but a good reboot. In fact, we should we scrape and reboot? Like, we'll draw one claw, and then the rest of them. I mean, I think we should scrape and reboot. Just to see if we can get one claw. Otherwise, what are we gonna do, right? So let's hit you. Let's scrape. All right. Let's do that, I guess. Guess I'll hit you just in case we don't draw a single claw, right? Or like a single source of damage that we can play. This kind of sucks. I think now's the time well, Amplify doesn't help me. The Meteor Strike, we're so close to being able to play it. Oh, we can play it! Hang on, what? What? I feel like we should play it because it gives us a bit of extra defense. Oh my god, he's gonna be so close to... Yeah. This is what happens when you don't have all for one. Do we take double energy? Do we take cold snap? We have enough stuff. So I said... like we urgently needed to upgrade. Cool-headed. Upgrading buffer is tempting. I'll think about it. It depends on what I told you. I told you this was gonna happen. Now, lightning is a way to deal with these guys. So if you have your defense sorted out, is there something we can do? Not really. Well, let's deal with this bozo clown. Get our defense on. Alright, we got rid of our shield. Let's do a charge battery. Let's just use this here. This kind of sucks. Alright, so we need auto shields, we need cool-headed. Honestly, we can slow play this pretty nicely. Just don't attack them. No need to attack them. The most damage they can do is, I think, 18. So do this. And then just do this. And then just honestly keep just stay right in place. This is gonna be slow, but this is a safe. Well, we'll have a second lightning. How about that? How about that? And at this point, like, attacking them is gonna be pretty bad because they are gonna be dealing 15 damage. So their thorns just keep getting worse and worse. But they don't ever gain strength though. That's the good thing about them. So as long as we have more than 18 block, we're fine. Alright. Slow, very slow, but listen. I'm in it to win it. I still don't know how the final fight is gonna go. It could go really badly. So much is depending on what's in this final shop. And obviously, if we were in the final fight, we would be allowed to do Cold Snap to get even more block. All right. Honestly, one consume could set us up for success. Even an unupgraded consume, I would take. Oh, I haven't even been playing cards. I feel like vulnerability is kind of huge. Is it huger than taking another claw? I think it is. In terms of how much it would add to our damage. Heal to full? Nah, let's go for a rare relic. Who are we fighting? We're fighting you. Well, son. I think you're in for a rough time. We gotta be careful about how we split this man, though. So this is 30 damage if we hit him with both of these. That would immediately split him. So I don't think this is gonna split him. Okay. Well, this frickin' sucks. I'm gonna do that differently. Alright. I will actually not hit him with a ball lightning if that's gonna happen. I'll just let this turn come and go. I'll do a charge battery. Now I think we will do another zap, because next turn we're gonna have to either split him or play a buffer to eat the slime crush. Let's play a buffer to eat the slime crush. This should be fine. Yeah, this should be fine. Because now we can do some fun stuff. We can do... I guess it's... I guess it's not that much better than whatever else we were doing. Nonetheless, it's a decent split. The motherfucker, are you serious right now? Reboot is the one thing that didn't show up. You're interrupted. You are weakened. I should have played. I don't know why I didn't play. I don't know why I didn't play that. I'm just evidently just trying to throw the game. Right at the very end, I'm just trying to throw the match. If If this was esports, I would be being investigated right now, being like, has this guy been paid off? Has he bet against himself? What's going on? What's going on with this man? Now let's play this. You know, let's just make Streamline free. Let's hit you with it. Ball lightning, yeah. Could have been better. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. That is not interesting. Now, much as I'd love to upgrade Buffer, I don't know if I'll ever even play Buffer. I'm honestly just gonna rest, dude, because we do not have Fairy in a Bottle. Gonna dodge this elite like the plague. Hopefully there are no more fights for the rest of the floor other than the boss. I would love to just have 3 peaceful question marks and a nice peaceful shop. I will keep my gold. Thank you very much. Motherfucker. Okay, well, looks like we're in one last time. Let's see if we can get Pen Nib on Core Surge. I think that's our highest damage attack. At least, well, we'll do Cool Headed. Scrape. Nice scrape. Core Surge. Oh, I forgot. I timed that wrong. I guess it's not so bad. Let's hit you. Got a few claws coming in hot. We could, I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and use the Pen Nib, it's fine. Just to make the guy weak, because he's gonna stay weak on this turn. Hit him with the auto shields. No point doing scrape now. I mean, scrape is still an attack. So it's worth it for that reason, but let's just wait for our draw to come in naturally. I regret everything. This is how much? This is how much damage? Excuse me? We could have killed. We could have killed one of these clowns. Wow, dude. Okay, I think we're avoiding damage. That's all of our buffers gone, man. What the fuck? Jesus. Alright, who's doing the least damage? So weaken you. Now we're blocking. Oh, okay. Now we got incense burner. Pretty nice. No. Oh, I did say that I would take consume. As I take another sip of water. Alright, let's do it, boys. Ooh, we're gonna get 2 shops. This is a power. We don't take it. Do we not have any holograms? Honestly, Trip and Hologram are hard to say no to. I think you just have to buy both Trip and Hologram. I wish I could see what's in the next shop. I think you have to at least take Hologram. We have Beam Cell. Maybe we save it and maybe there's gonna be an all-for-one that's on sale. Ooh, but there's a second glacier. Oh, no. We were never going to be able to afford a kunai. I think you just got to take a second glacier for the security. The security blanket. Honestly, man, just fucking heal me, dude. Alright. Now, unfortunately, this is a speed potion, not a proper dexterity potion. We'll do an early consume. Go for them, their eyes. We'll do an early machine learning. Make him a little bit stronger, but I think we'll be fine. This is very, very scary. Every 6 turns we are also invulnerable. Alright, so this is an important moment that's about to happen. Capacitor. He's gaining strength. We're gaining defense. We're gaining offense. You gotta just reboot, I think. That's a pretty okay reboot. We gotta take out his friends. Auto shields is good. Go for them, their eyes. Let's actually make sure we take out his friends first. I will even get rid of... Okay, that's pretty good. Do I scrape? Or do I let the draw come in naturally? I don't think... You only scrape if you find yourself in a weird situation where none of your claws got drawn. You don't scrape when... Like, I would even consume once more, right? Make these orbs instead of 5 times 5, which is 25, we would be getting 4 times 8, which is 32 block, which is better. So now we gotta do you. So this is more block than they are doing in damage. Okay. Alright, boys. Okay. Tempting to buffer, but number one, it makes him stronger. Number two, we don't really need it. So what I'll do is I'll just use up Core Surge, get it out of the pool, and in case he's, you know, trying to debuff me in a second phase, that takes care of that. So now they're doing 40 damage. Too bad for them that I have more than 40 block. Alright. I'm gonna hologram a claw before I do go for the eyes, because I think the claws are doing more, are gonna be a little bit stronger for 10 nib, yeah. And yeah, he's in. He's struggling. Our orbs aren't the strongest. Oh, we were also intangible that turn. That's pretty nice. No, we're intangible this turn. Oh, well. My friend. I feel bad for you. And we did say we would consume once more, and then we're not consuming anymore. This is the end for consumption. Now we gotta start actually doing some real damage. Oh yeah. And on turns where we get Glacier, we just... That's where we pile on the crazy block. So getting to the second Glacier, definitely. Definitely. Is there anything I can bring back? Is there a claw I can bring? There are 2 claws that I can bring. Okay, yeah, he's having a bad time. He's having a real bad time. We'll just make sure he continues to have a real bad time. I'm tempted to play the buffers, but we'll save them for a second phase, because in his second phase he doesn't gain strength. And I'm never playing Ball Lightning ever again, because I want to keep all of my orbs. I mean, you can use it as a way of cashing in an orb to evoke it, but generally I don't think you really want to do that. We should also remember that in an emergency situation, if we have enough energy, we can hologram back Glacier. We don't want to play anything else. Auto shields, beam cell. Now, do we... I think we just let the draw come in naturally. Now, sadly, we're gonna have to wait for the turn to end. But now, actually, I was trying to like draw a buffer or something. What's in our discard? Are there any powers? Are there any things that exhaust in our discard? No. So let's just play this. And let's see. Well, we're intangible, so we can't see what sort of damage he was gonna do. What we can do though is we can make him weak. We can basically keep him perma-weakened. We have Pen Nib, so let's save Pen Nib for when we've got some orbs. Like he's... Man, this is the same, he's not even doing any more damage. I thought he... Does he not gain damage in the second phase? I don't know. Or maybe this is a weak attack and he does a stronger attack somewhere else? I mean, I'm not seeing any evidence for him having a stronger attack. Well, we'll give him one more turn to try and do something. He's not even weakened. He doesn't have the weakened debuff on him. What is this trash, dude? No, he is trying to debuff us, and we, to be fair, we've got yeah, I feel like this boss maybe. I don't want to say he's too easy because he has beaten me in the past, but every time he's beaten me, it was like, yeah, I knew my build was trash. But this wasn't even a great build that we had, right? It was pretty mediocre. No all for one. Only one hologram that we picked up like a couple minutes before the final fight. Alright, boys. Yeah, that's what he starts doing. That's what he starts doing. Well, GG. GG. Alright. Charge your core to its max. Oh yeah, we dealt more damage. Look at that. Ascension 20 unlocked. And now, strictly speaking, I don't think there are any more unlocks. I don't think you get anything from the game, like unlock wise, after you get the achievement for beating Ascension 20 for the first time. You unlock each individual Ascension, yes, but the last unlock is unlocking Ascension 20, and then whether you win or you lose Ascension 20 after the first time, that doesn't give you anything else. It does give you bragging rights, it does give you glory, it does give you personal satisfaction, which are all worthwhile things to seek. Let's take a look at this run. Okay. Another very long run. After well, we got it on our third attempt. Well, let's take a look at this. Third attempt with a defect, and the first two attempts weren't bad either. This one was this was the Dark Orb run that melted the first boss and then got killed by just an Act 2 elite. Yeah, I'm just not good with Dark Orbs. This one was a build that never really got off the ground, right? Because we got killed by an Act 1 elite. Look at how long the Silent took me, man. This class struggles hard, dude. Anybody telling you that the Silent is OP is either like some super like neurodivergent, like the only purpose they have in life is to be good at this game, and they don't realize how good they are, and they think it's easy to play Ascension 19, Ascension 20 with the Silent. Look at how many, and listen, a lot of them weren't even runs that I like restarted, like farming. Like these, I was trying, man. I was trying. A couple of them, yes, I abandoned because I was given a trash relic that I didn't like, or something happened that I didn't like. But I was trying, man. I was trying my best. I was trying my best. Look at how many attempts it took before we get back to the Ironclad, you know, Ascension 19. Look at how many it took. You're lucky I'm not showing you them. Yeah, it's a lot. Look, even scrolling through them is just making me feel exhausted all over again. And then with the defect, yeah, third try, no big deal. No big deal. One fight that went, you know, long before getting killed. Always hurts when it goes long before getting killed. But we could see the cracks in this build, right? Even before it failed, and then finally, we won. Honestly, other than the silent, I feel so confident with everybody else in this game. The silent, like, I genuinely feel the people who think that the silent isn't poorly balanced are just trolling. I think everybody knows that this is a poorly balanced character. And I don't know, some people just like being contrarian, I guess. But the defect is a lot of fun. You won't win every run with the defect. Some of the builds with the defect require a lot of intricacy. The one we went with today was honestly not the most exciting defect build. Like, I love claws, but I hate having to hide behind glaciers. I would love to go with claws and then just go all in with like panache and other zero costs and just bulldoze the enemy. But you have to go glacier because you might fucking run into Time Eater, and then what do you do? Yeah, I hate how he does, like how he distorts the build variety like this, where even in runs where he doesn't show up, his looming shadow is reminding players that no, you cannot have fun. You need to have these three things, otherwise if he shows up then your run is just over. And we had those three things. In the case of the defect, it was we had glacier, number one. Number two, we had one way of increasing our orb slots, which was capacitor. And number three, we had some way of gaining focus, which was consume. Another risky way to gain focus is biased cognition, but unless you can negate the focus reduction, you would really only do that if you were about to die and you like a Hail Mary, trying to maybe get a bit more focus, get yourself over the line. But yeah, you don't really need to do that against the normal bosses, I don't think. How much damage did we take in that final fight? Because I feel like Awakened One hit us a couple times early on, before we summoned our Wall of Ice and encased ourselves in it. If we were sent to fight a second boss immediately after this, how would we have done? Hard to say. It depends on who the boss is. Donu and Deka, probably easier. Actually, no. Time Eater, probably easier, because you're not punished for just ending your turns, ending your turn early once you have your orb set up, because he's not going to be able to break through, and then you can just wait until the right cards show up before you start attacking him. Like, you can wait for your consumes to show up. raise your block before you hit your 12th card, and then give him more strength, and then your block, your orb strength, which is entirely consumed by frost orbs, is keeping pace with him gaining his attack strength. Right? That's my philosophy with the defect, anyway. But yeah, let's stop talking about the time meter. Fuck that guy. Maybe we'll have to deal with him for Ascension 20, but that's not gonna be for a while because I'm gonna take a bit of a break. Luckily, these videos are being recorded so far in advance. I could literally take 3 months off, and then still be back in time to record the next video before it's due to be posted. But I'll probably get it done before then. Anyway, I think that's enough rambling. How long? More than 2 hours. Okay, you know that's fair. That's fair. I feel like that's reasonable. And I'll leave the failed runs in, because I feel like even though we were failing, we were in a pretty good flow, right? It felt good, it felt nice, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. So I'm gonna call it good. I'm gonna say thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed yourselves, and hope you'll join me next time for when it's gonna be time to start taking on Ascension 20. And until then, take care.